Hello guys, welcome to FLUTTER with DevScore. So I posted this video about searching, address searching using the GEOLOCATOR and the GEOCODING package. So someone told me I should do something like this that wants to learn. So I'm creating this video, I'm making this video for the person and also to those that wants to do something like this also. So what this does, it's just search for location, and just like we have it in this video right here. So you type in, there's a text field, you type in a location, then it brings related locations to the place you're trying to search. So we'll be using the GEOCODING and GEOLOCATOR package, and which is very good. And I thought it was, you could only use the Google Map API key. And if you like something like this, thumbs up to me, and also subscribe to the channel so you'll be getting upcoming videos like this. Thank you. Okay, we have a clean project here. I just created new, and this is what it looks like when you create a new project on FLUTTER. So this is it. I'm going to do a cleanup here. So we just start from scratch. So I have a clean project here. So just go ahead, call up on our main function, then write in run app, then I'll call our class in my app class, and I'll create this class and extend stateless widgets. Stateless widgets. Then I'll import the missing overrides, then return our material app. We're going to build the UI for this, then we add the functionalities, and we're good to go. If you're not okay with me going through this, you can skip this pattern, move forward. Okay, and the home, I'm going to call it search view. And I'm going to create a class from it, extends stateful widgets, stateless main, then extend stateless widgets, get some missing overrides, and return our scaffold. So from here, I think we can run our app now. So I'll just run our app and see what's going on. Okay, so I'll just take this search view to a different class, a different folder. So in our folder structure here, we have the models, we have the services, we have the UI, and our view model. So in the UI, I'm going to place this here, make some imports, save, then go back to our main file, import that. Here it is, then save. So I'm going to start building our UI now. So column body, then the container class, and using the child, provide it with a column, and the children. Then we'll go with the text field. Yeah, go with some decoration, impute decoration, and label it. Label text, we just give it search location, and that is it. So okay, everything is running now. Everything is working fine. Everything is running fine. So everything is running fine. Okay, so let's get back to our UI. So let's get back to our UI. I'll zoom this a little bit. So let's get back to building. Okay, at the top here, I'm going to wrap this with a single chart scroll view. I'm going to add that to avoid some errors in the future. Okay, then I'm going to call on the unchange method and the text field. Actually, I don't know where the text field is, so let's do something. Let me wrap it in a container and give it a color so that I know where it is. Okay, wrap it around. Okay, let's do something. Let's wrap this in a safe area. Okay, so this is it. This is the UI. So this is our search field. I'm just going to add a little bit of some padding. I'm going to add some padding over here, about 16. Some padding will be okay. Cool. So, and underneath the text field, I'm going to bring up a container, and the child will be a column. So our suggested or related result is going to be here. So I'm going to use the lists.generate method. I'm going to hard code it for now, then later I'm going to use the list style. So in the list style we have a title, and I'll just call here Hot Haircuts Nigeria. Sure. Okay, I'll give this color of, what should I give it? A little bit of blue. Then we add some opacity of that tree. Just that. Cool. So this is it. Then in here also, I think for us to do this better, there should be a need for us to have a screw. So I'm going to give this a height of 500 pixel. Okay, too big. 300 could do. Okay, this is cool. Then colon single screw chart screw view. Then I'll add more of this so we actually see it's at 15 of this. Okay, it's working. So for us to make this more realistic, we're going to add a scroll bar to this, and also a controller, and call that scroll controller a private variable, and we'll create a field that's final variable and initialize the scroll controller. Okay, cool. So then in here we add this so it syncs together. So the scroll bar there, so we actually know if there is more item underneath. Okay, everything seems working fine, so we'll just move down to building the functionalities. Okay, I'll just print something right here so we see something working. Just print something right here, and I'll just type in port haircut. So everything is working fine in the text field. So the unchanged method, what it does, whatever you add, it acts like a stream. Whatever field you're adding to your text field, it gets the letters and you can use it for search and other things. So okay, what we'll need for this, we'll need the geocoding and the geolocator package. So I'll just go down to my internet, go into my internet browser, Chrome, then type in the dev, then I'll go to geolocator package, search it. Okay, this is it, and it's FLUTTER favorite. So you can go through the documentation and read it, then get more infos about it. We just copy this and go to our projects and move down to our pop spec.yml file. Then underneath the Cupertino icons we added there. Then one more package is remaining. Session the geocoding. It is the geocoding. Then we go to the installing, then copy this, go to our postgres.yml, we add this to our underneath you have to be careful of the indentation here, because if you don't indent very well, you're going to get an error. Okay, we'll save that, and the FLUTTER pop is running, it's running. So in our services we're using provider for this, so we're going to also get the provider package. Okay, I'm down there to a box spec underneath and save that as well. So we'll move down to so you create a folder called services and allocation underscore API. So this is where our services goes. So I'm going to create a class and call it location API, extends change notify, or create a method called search, undo search. So give it an argument of query, then we try to print that and see if everything is working fine. Try to print that, and in our UI we're going to create a class, give it a name. I'm going to call it search injector, then return the change notifier provider from the provider package, then we direct it to our location API, and we'll import that, and also create a child, a final type widget, then we'll create a constructor of the search injector, then we'll wrap this in our search injector. So we make use of the location API, and after that we wrap the single child scroll view with a consumer widget from the provider package, and we give it, then we call on our builder and call on the context. I just use the short form of this, then call this API and the shell. So we'll just return this widget. So that's what we're doing, and so this will just call on the handle search, and we'll just call this, and let's try to see if it works. Okay, let's search and see. Pause. Okay, nothing is working. Let's reset our app. Okay, if this is very slow for you, you can just fast forward, and that will be good for you. So okay, everything is working. So let's get to the main thing. Okay, from the geocoding package, we are going to import the geocoding, then drop this. What this does is list of location, and okay, we can go in here. Okay, from this you can see the latitude, the longitude, and the timestamp. So we're going to use that for our querying. So this is it. Okay, I'm going to look through this because it's actually a list of locations. So, and this gives us our location. This gives us our locations. This gives us our location. Just a location. So, and the location, we are going to, from this location, that's where we get our, from the location. Okay, to explain this very well, we call on the list of location and await location from address. Now, whatever words you type into our text field, whatever words you type in, so it queries it, it's search, it tries to get the location from what you've typed in. So that's what we're doing here. So then this, I'm going to and this, we have our location, and from our location here we have our latitude and longitude. So I'll call on this and convert this for each method to an asynchronous function. So, and call on our place mark. What this does, it takes our location and the location dot latitude. Now it gets place mark from our coordinates, which is the location, whatever query you search, and it gives those coordinates, and from there we can generate something from there. So from our place marks, now we can also do it as well, can look through it as well, and calling it place mark. Okay, so from here we get everything we want. From our place mark we get our administrative, all our string, the country, the locality, the name. Okay, from this I think it's time for us to create a model of places. So call this in our model folder places. Okay, we'll just call it place. Place is nice. Okay, create a class of place. So, and a string of name, string of street, string of I think locality, and a string of country. Just make this all final variables. Just make these all final variables. So this is it. So we have our place here. Okay, now I'll just create a list of place. So we actually work with this place, we import it, call it places, and give it that. So all we do here is we get the place and add, and we can get this easily, and add name, then we get the place mark, give it, add the name, Alcar streets, I think, check if we have streets, we have streets, then country, I think we have country as well, locality as well. So we model this to our place, then we add it to the list of places. So that is it. I think this is fine. So we'll just print the length of it, so we see if something is actually working. Something is working. And for this I'm going to turn on my location, saying for a better experience. Okay, my location is turned on already, so I'm going to try to search Port Harcourt. Okay, no implementation found. Okay, I'll just stop this app and rerun. So if you have such error, you stop the app and rerun it. See. Okay, it's running right now. So it's running right now. So let's check. I'll just clear this. So we check. Type in Port Harcourt. Network error. Okay, this one is actually my bad. This happening from my network. The network is pretty bad, so go to it. Why is it happening so? So my internet was restored, and this is it. I typed in Port Harcourt, so this is in our list that we printed here. So this is what we were given. This is what we were given out. We give it and given 10 results of Port Harcourt. So now we will try to populate our list and reflect that, all of that, in our UI. So let's get to it. Okay, we have something running. So if you're getting such errors, you check your internet connection, and I think that will fix that. And I'll get to my UI and close that, get to my UI and call on our API dot places dot length and save. And what I'll also do, I'll make this a builder. I'll wrap this up with a builder so it increases the performance of it. Okay, so convert this to a block, then give it a final variable of place, then use the index, then from here I can populate easily. Now I can use our string interpolation, place dot name. So I'll save that. Okay, this is it. These are the latest places that I was given. Cool, this is cool. So this is it. And I can add some places. This is name. I can add a substring, and maybe then interpolate it. Replace the country. Okay, Nigeria, and I can also add more. Since we have more, I can add more to it. I can add streets, Transmadi, and everything, the streets and everything. So this is it. So if you can see, as we are deleting, it's not updating. If we try to, because it will, I'll just type in something here, then I copy it. Let's check Lagos, Nigeria. So it doesn't get the current, input. So I think what we'll be using for this is streams. So it gets the current inputs that we have and everything. So we'll try to do that. So we'll get back to our location API in our undo search method. And what I'll do here is, we don't just start. I'm going to wrap this. I'm going to wrap this in a try and catch method and print at the exception. Then also wrap this in an if statement. My conditions are if the length of our query is greater than 8, you can call this method. So we don't have to be getting errors if there is just a single word, a single letter. So it will help us also. So I'll save that and restart our app. I'll start trying to search. Look at everything is gone. So I'll type in. Okay, it's not up to it, so we're not going to have any problem. So I'll type in Lagos, Nigeria. So it makes the call. I just use is greater than 8. So we have all our searches on Lagos and This is it. So we'll add something that will make this more good to us and flexible and nice. For us to make something more nice, I think we're gonna add something in our API calling method. So I think I'm going to add an else here. So if this happens, else, if this is greater than this, you can call this. If it's lesser than this, you can clear it up. So I'm going to call so I figured out that using a delay on this would help, so it doesn't always make that network request as you're typing each string to the text field. So what we'll do is I'll create this delay class and add this method here, the run method. What this run method do is get a callback, a void callback action, then it checks if it's null and it cancels. Then if it's not null, it waits for the milliseconds you entered and it calls that action. So we're going to initialize the delay. I'm going to delay, call it delay, and give it a milliseconds of 500. Then now we can call the action run, and we can copy all of this, move it into our delay.run method, and make this an asynchronous function. So let's try our search. So just restart our app and try to run. In the process of doing that, I'm going to type in port haircuts. So you see, we could type freely without that. So it calls it. Okay, I'm getting some network errors. This is it. This is it. A network error code trying to look up the address. So if you don't have good internet, you're going to face this, which I don't have a good internet. So let's continue. So for better search, we're going to be using streams. So I have a stream here. So what we do is we have streams of places then we have our controller that has a list of place, then we broadcast it, then we call the get method and gets a stream dots as broadcast stream. Now this is the the stream are like pipes, so we have where it is going in and where it's coming out as well. So we're going to override a dispose method on this. We're going to close it, override .dispose. Okay, I'll void dispose .super.dispose. Now we're going to dispose this controller. We're going to close it. Okay, cool. So what do we do here? What we'll do is call on add. We'll create a function, a method called add place. Now what this does, it adds to the string, and call on place and add place on it. Then what we'll do, we'll call on this, then whatever argument that is passed in here, which is a place, then we add it to our list. Then from there we now can, in this stream.sync, this is sync, so this, what this does, it takes the value into the pipeline of the stream. So we copy that and add, then we add the list of places, and that's all. So now we'll call this year, call this year. Just copy this and use this instead at place. So now in our UI is going to change a bit. We are going to change a little thing here. Let me see if I'm actually recording. Yes, I'm recording. And we're going to use a stream provider over here. Stream provider, oh, a stream builder rather. Stream builder is going to help us. Now it's going to be a list of places, going to the list of places, and call on our API dot controller out. So as you can see, out. So if we're going to have an if statement, if snapshots, so snapshot is actually the data coming out. If snapshot is the data is equals to null, return text of no data found. Okay, let's use address. Actually, no address found. Okay, and if it is good to go, it opens this. Now we can now use, we can now have a final variable over here. Give it data, and from this data we have a list of places. Now we can make changes in here. We update data dot stats, and okay, cool. Okay, our UI has changed a bit. So we're going to give it a width property here. So we expand our UI so it looks nice. Media query, we're going to call it of context dot size to width. Then we save that. I think this works. No, it doesn't. Maybe it's from where I'm calling it. Okay, it's from here. I should call it here. Okay, I think this fixes our problem. Okay, everything is good. I'm going to center this. I'm going to center that, and cool. Okay, so what do we do? I'm going to try to search now. Okay, Port Harcourt. Okay, cool. Okay, we're going to search. Let's search New York. New York. So I think we have it here, but it's down. So there's it. We have New York here, United States, and everything. Okay, things are actually working fine. Also, we're going to clear our places. So I think this is cool. This should be cool. Okay. Now try to run that. Okay, I'll just restart this. I restart this, and so we check. Okay, cool. So now I can type in. Let's try Abuja. Abuja. Is it working? Okay, let's try Abuja. Is it up to Abuja, Nigeria? Okay, it's calling it. Okay, cool. This is it. This is Abuja, Nigeria. So try to clean. Okay, it cleans everything. Then we try to call it New York City. Cool. And also we can make session. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Tokyo. Okay, I'll make session there. Tokyo, Japan. We'll have any session that. Cool. This is it. This is it. This is it. Cool. Nice. Okay, so this is it. So I'll just one bonus. I'm going to add something cool. So in here I'm going to create a text editing controller. I'm going to make it not final. I'm going to call it address controller, text editing controller, and go to our UI. Okay, I'll expand this so you see. Bring this down. In our text field, this is our text field. We have a controller. I'm going to call an API, then pass that in. So now what I'll do is I want to, when you click on this, it takes the address to the search field. So in here we have on our list style, we have an untap method, so I'll just utilize that, and API dot address controller dot text. I'm going to, for this, because of this, we are going to use stateful widgets, so we call the set state. So I've converted that to stateful widget, and I'm going to utilize this. I'm going to use this and also this. So I'm going to add comma here, and we are good to go. So now if we have, let's type in Port Harcourt, my current city. Okay, we have Port Harcourt here. We type in, it gets that. Okay, it works without the set state. So we can do this. It's working fine. So this is it. If you're able to reach this point, of this tutorial, you can give me a thumbs up. Best method to achieving this, you can drop it in the comment section.